Can you all hear me okay?
Yeah.
That's right. Thanks, IAPSI. So my name is Grace Bogdonove, and I want to welcome you here today on behalf of the Buffalo Central Labor Council and the Western New York Area Labor Federation, AFL-CIO. It's my pleasure to be joining you all here on this Workers' Memorial Day. Please rise for the presentation of the colors by McKinley High School JROTC, and please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. The powers that be in our federal government today. All of this while employment continues to rise in the United States. Those of us here today may know these statistics, but the everyday person may not know that each day more than 380 workers are killed and more than 8,600 suffer injury and illness because of dangerous working conditions that are undoubtedly preventable. In 2025, we saw job safety inspections drop to record lows, and given the current administration's track record, we can't expect to see those numbers improve anytime soon without the coordinated and unrelenting efforts of our labor movement. And if there's one thing we know here in Western New York, our labor movement, it's the power of all of us coming together to fight for the common good. I look around at all of you, my brothers, my sisters, and siblings in this movement, and I see fighters. I see people who put all of their life into ensuring the best of our workers each and every single day. People who have never and will never shy away from a good fight, especially if it means bettering the lives of the people that we represent. The key tenet in this fight is ensuring that all workers have a voice on the job and feel empowered to raise safety concerns without employer interference. We must increase our efforts to protect our Black, Latino, and immigrant workers who are disproportionately affected by and especially targeted for speaking up against unsafe working conditions. We must continue to work to pass the Protecting America's Workers Act to provide OSHA protection to the millions of workers without it, stronger criminal and civil penalties for companies that violate job safety and health laws, and improved anti-retaliation protections. We must continue to honor and cherish the lives lost on the job, those whose names are engraved on this memorial site, and those who we've lost in recent years, whose names will also be soon engraved onto this site. Now, losing 380 workers a day due to dangerous working conditions is 380 too many. On this Workers' Memorial Day, we remember all of the lives we've lost, and we commit to fight back against this administration's cruel negligence and to continue to fight to improve safety standards for workers by whatever means necessary. Thank you, and I'd like to introduce you all to someone who needs no introduction, President of the Western New York Area Labor Federation, Denise.
Thanks, everybody. I want to thank everybody who could make it out tonight. I'm honored to be here, and I'm very honored to have passed this memorable event to someone who is as passionate as I and the others before me were about Workers' Memorial. This site has been held as a sacred memorial to those from Erie County that have lost their lives just by going to work and we have gathered here for many years to honor, respect, and remember all of them. Working people are what builds not just our economy, but it builds the communities that they live in. Working people are part of everyday life. We are the backbone of our communities. We are here, we are there, we are everywhere. But as you have heard year after year, we talk about statistics, we talk about how many people are lost a day, a week, a year. We say we're going to commit to do better, we're going to advocate for more protections, hold employers accountable, and yet we continue to add names to this memorial. It's not our own fault. It's easy for those that have entire teams that protect them, those that get to work in areas with security forces, elaborate detection systems, those that can watch the working people from office windows or cameras. They continually say there is no need to add to funding to workplace safety. There is no need to add to health and safety standards. We have greater needs in our communities. They say this over and over again. It's easy because they don't know what real work is. Let's be honest. If this administration actually knew what real working people did, the conditions we work in, the heat, the cold, substandard equipment or no equipment at all, the workplace violence that we are exposed to, there may be real action to the end of the daily dying that happens. If these same people put people over profits, if they actually cared about working people, if they would invest in OSHA, if they would invest in inspectors, put real penalties on those that put workers' lives at risk every day, maybe, just maybe, we could save some lives. Until then, we will continue to fight. We'll try to save as many lives as we can. And most importantly, we'll continue to honor those that we have lost here at this site. Thank you.
Thank you, President Abbott. And next I'd like to welcome Rachel Van Alstine, Director of Training and Apprenticeships, DC number 4, IUPAT.
My name is Rachel Van Alstine. I'm the Director of Training of the District Council for the International Union of Leaders Allied Trades. Every year we gather to remember those that have been lost and injured in the workplace. The IUPAT represents construction workers, mainly tradesmen and women who go out and build our buildings, build our bridges. Part of the construction industry, when people enter it, is accepting that they're going to be injured. It's a natural part of the job. It's the nature of the construction industry, and it's an acceptable risk. This has always been the mentality. This has always been pushed down from people who are, excuse me. This has been pushed down from individuals who are making money off of those workers' lives. In the 20s and the 30s, they would bid construction projects, high-rises and bridges, with a built-in fatality factor. For every $1 million that a project was, they would build in one fatality and account that in their bid. During that time, there would also be individuals who were gathered around the bases of those projects, waiting for somebody to fall so they could take their place. And the message was that our workers are disposable and that they are replaceable. And that mentality has moved forward through the years to the acceptance of construction workers being injured and possibly losing their lives when they enter the construction industry. Though things have gotten better with the passage of the OSHA Act, the scaffold laws, certain laws throughout the U.S., we're still not where we need to be while we're here today. 14 workers will lose their life from workplace injury or illness. So I'm gonna just cut it off here and say thank you for having me. And we're here today to remember those that we have lost.
I'll leave it in a second. But, next, I'd like to welcome Val Thomas for our inscription.
This majestic site is dedicated to the memory of all men and women from Erie County who lost their lives as a result of work-related accidents, disease, or exposure. As much as this memorial is about remembering those lives that have been so tragically cut short, it is also a place to reflect upon the enduring values of our country. Generations put their lives on the line to pursue prosperity, braving the hazards of the factory floor and the heat of the fields, without protective equipment or the right to safe workplaces. Through the unbending conviction of workers, labor unions, and public health advocates, we secured the basic right when the Occupation Safety and Health Act was signed on December 29, 1970, and became effective on April 28, 1971, the date designated annually as Workers' Memorial Day. In the United States, we began celebrating Workers' Memorial Day in 1989, and since then, this date is recognized as an international day of mourning throughout the world. Knowledge and research are the cornerstones of effective work, health, and safety, and are critical to improving how well we prevent illness and injury. We need to do more than just treat and rehabilitate the sick and injured, or compensate those who have lost loved ones. Emphasis must be placed on the intrinsic value of work and the benefit of having satisfying and meaningful work, while having the right to be able to influence how our jobs are done, raise concerns about unsafe work practices, and be treated like we are all valued members of a team. Let us remember Workers' Memorial Day. We honor all who have perished, and we recommit to ensuring no worker ever has to choose between life and a paycheck.
And now Bob Hellwitz, Vice President of NABET Local 25, to read the names.
Jose Vasquez, IBEW, Local 41, date of death, February 2nd, 2026. Ashai Gilmore, the Borsness Circus Arts, date of death, August 7th, 2025. Thomas Dexter, Dexter's Hoof Care, I apologize, date of death, July 30th, 2025. Eric Schmoka, Garden Niagara Mechanical, UA Plumbers and Steam Fitters, Local 22, date of death, July 11th, 2025.
If you could all please stand once again for the playing of the taps by Pete Lopez.
Attention, carry colors, present arms.
all of you, my union brothers, sisters, and siblings here today, the family and friends of those who we are honoring, and any electeds for attending today. I want to thank those who spoke today. Your words left an impression on us all. I thank President Emeritus Richard Lipsitz for your continued support and guidance. I want to thank Erie County Executive Mark Pollenkarts and the Erie County Parks Department for their continued support of this beautiful memorial and their assistance with today. And I would like to thank the incredible staff at Winkosh for all of their support and work on this event. For those of you who don't know, Winkosh supplies live streaming of this event, so those unable to physically attend can still participate. I'd also like to thank IATSE Local 10 for providing the audio, Delft Printing for our beautiful memorial boards, the JROTC Honor Guard and Master Sergeant Dugan, and the Gabriel A. Rodriguez Legion Post 1928 for all of your support and help this evening. I'd also like to thank all of our volunteers for stepping up to help with setup and takedown today. None of this happens here